Hi guys, welcome into my live stream. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to chat a whole lot, but I'm going to give an evening update on the events that have happened since earlier this afternoon. Hopefully you can keep up with me because there's been quite a bit of activity. Okay, we're going to go back to earlier. And I had to find a few things, but I'm going to make it really quick. Okay, we're going to start with the 4.9 from earlier, I guess, which was near White Island. This was a 4.9, according to Geonet. It was at 194 kilometers in depth, and it was located 55 kilometers north of White Island. White Island is a volcano. The next earthquake was a 3.5, and it was 19 kilometers deep. And this was 10 kilometers southeast of Arthur's Pass. Now, to show you Arthur's Pass is to show you that it's down in this area. Next earthquake was a 3.3, and it was 5 kilometers deep. And this is in the more volcanic areas. Next earthquake was a 3.1, and it was 15 kilometers deep. And what these earthquakes are doing is they're kind of bouncing back and forth like a yo-yo. Still. Next earthquake was a 2.6, and it was 22 kilometers deep. You can tell these are where the rocks are pushing against each other. Next earthquake is a 2.6, and it was 14 kilometers deep. Storm grade 2.4. Next earthquake was a 3.2. It was 15 kilometers deep. And you can tell this is also within an area. All these are pushing against each other. Next one was a 2.8, and it was 8 kilometers deep. The next one was a 3.1. It was 23 kilometers deep. The next one was a 2.2, and it was 14 kilometers deep. And I'm just going to read some of these off. These two were the same one. There was a 14 kilometers deep as well. The next one was 2.5, and it was 31 kilometers deep. The next one was a 1.9. It was 18 kilometers deep. I'm going to show you where this one is. The next one was a 2.3. It was 10 kilometers deep. The next one was a 2.9, and it was 90 kilometers deep. And this, I marked this area here. I believe this is an oil and gas and something other else. I hadn't seen it before. And so there's stuff going on over here. The next one was a 2.5, and it was 23 kilometers deep. The next one was a 2.0. It was 20 kilometers deep. The next one was a 3.7, and it was 13 kilometers deep. And please don't get sick on this ride. It's all farmland. Most of it. The next one was a 3.9, and it was 24 kilometers deep. The next one was a 2.2, and it was 20 kilometers deep. This is within that area where that 7.0 hit. The next one was a 1.6, and it was 14 kilometers deep. This is where that 5.0 hit last night, or 5.6, that I was saying was going to hit. The next one was a 3.1, and it was 193 kilometers deep. And these are some being put on EMSC. This one set off with this island here. I believe these might be volcanic. Don't know. But it was up here on the tip of this island, as you can see, it's marked. The next one was 2.6, and it was 13 kilometers deep. Which is here. The next one was a 2.4, and it was 19 kilometers deep. Which is also along the river area. The next one was a 2.6, and it was 28 kilometers deep. And I've noticed a lot of these run along the river areas as well. So I think that tides may have something to do with some of these earthquakes, such as pressure with the land. It was a 2.7, and it was 18 kilometers deep. Now, this was the 5.0, where they said it was 200 kilometers deep. And you'll note that it's right near where the other one was. I did mark it on here, and I marked it as EMSC. Now, if you look at the distance, you'll notice that they put it in a different area than where it actually occurred at, which was here. They put it closer to both of the volcanoes. I'm not going to dispute that, but I did go with GeoNet, because GeoNet seems to be more accurate, and that's what I've used. Next one was a 3.0, and it was 15 kilometers deep. You can tell there's also water through here. The next one was a 1.5. It was 18 kilometers deep. You can tell which way the rocks are actually pushing. They're either sliding or they're pushing, but I think they're sliding. The next one was a 2.7, and it was 9 kilometers deep. This is all farmland. People live out here. Some of the pictures I've seen are beautiful. The next earthquake was a 2.9. It was 40 kilometers deep. Now, remember, the smaller earthquakes, they're not felt as much. It's only when they're larger and they're shallow when they cause the most damage. The 1.8 is 25 kilometers deep. And as you can see, here's water area down through here again. And through here. The next one was a 1.9. It was 20 kilometers deep. Actually, that's a 2.0, so I think I missed the 1.9, which is over here. The next one was a 2.1, and it was 19 kilometers deep. The next one was a 2.5, and it was 12 kilometers deep. The next one was a 2.0, and it was 10 kilometers deep. Again, off the edge. Next one was a 2.7, it was 46 kilometers deep. This one took us out in between both of the islands. I'm going to pull back so you can see. If you notice, it's almost directly even, and I was looking at this line here, which comes down through this way. I didn't notice it until now. It looks almost like two rounded areas, which could be pushing against each other, maybe, I don't know. But you can tell where the break was through here. And you follow it, it comes around this way, and it comes out right in between. The next earthquake was a 2.2, and it was 7 kilometers deep. Nothing much there except rocks. Next earthquake was a 2.6, and it was 5 kilometers deep. And it took us all the way down to another end of the island. And this is what I found here, and I thought this was kind of interesting because I don't know what it is. I mean, it could be just about anything. I know this is an Indian land, so it could be Indian area. Could be something else, maybe. I mean, it looks kind of like mining, but I'm not for sure, and I don't want to say that's what it is. But it is kind of neat looking. I mean, those are like stones that are up on top of there. So it's interesting looking. The next earthquake was a 2.3. It was 16 kilometers deep. The next earthquake was a 3.4, and it was 30 kilometers deep. A rocky area. Next earthquake was a 2.6, and it was 10 kilometers deep. And nothing special there other than farmland. Our next earthquake was a 2.0. It was 15 kilometers deep. You can tell this is the water areas that run through here again. Next earthquake was a 1.2. It was 5 kilometers deep. Nothing special there. other than it sits right next to Tongariro. There's deep. That's Tongariro volcano. Emerald Lake, Blue Lake. And it looks like a Jute. Next earthquake, 13 kilometers deep. And again, next to river areas. The next earthquake was a 2.9. It was 18 kilometers deep. Again, this is through here. Next earthquake was a 3.1 at 17 kilometers deep within the same area. Next earthquake was a 2.4 at 5 kilometers deep. Next earthquake was a 3.4, and it was 35 kilometers deep. And this is farm area again. And I'm just going to speed ahead real quick. There was one I wanted to show y'all, and it sits at Topo. That's for the Topo. This one was at Lake Topo. It's at 134 kilometers in depth, and it's right here. So there was 4 left, but that one was the one that was most impressive. I mean, there's been several 100 deep earthquakes today, and the ones that sit near the volcano areas, as you can tell. One of the deep ones is here, right here. Then you have another one right here for 103. Then you have the one here that's 134. Then you have one more, which was 193. More. There was one for 90, and I should have told that one a little bit ago. But also was the earthquake, which stands out. These two stand out from the other ones as they're different, and they sit almost at the end of the South Island. The other thing I've been watching is right here where the earthquakes are coming out across this way. And the only other area that I've actually been keeping an eye on is here. Most of it's here. This area here has stayed pretty quiet, except for this one earlier today. The 1.3 that's right there. That's the only one I've really seen down here in this area, which was near Harakari Gulf. And these ones over here. Just keeping an eye on what they're doing, trying to help keep Dutch informed of what I'm seeing. And not everything is being shown on EMSC, so therefore it's easier to keep an idea of where the depths are. Hope you've enjoyed my little mini update. Be prepared, don't be scared, have a plan, and keep an eye on what Dutch is telling you. He's the one that knows more than I do, and I'm doing just research to help him out. Anyway, thank you and have a good day.